this data, I looked into how all of these elements could have affected the disaster, and what I discovered was astonishing.
Titanic is sailing through waters where a layer of warm air is sitting on a layer of colder, denser air. It has created a temperature inversion. And this, Tim Moulton believes, has caused a mirage that has the power to hide a giant iceberg. To find out how this optical illusion can occur, the temperature inversion is recreated on a laboratory scale. Water takes the place of air. Water with sugar dissolved in it is denser than fresh water. It acts the same way the cold air did that night and sinks to the bottom. Fresh water acts like warmer air. It sits on top of the denser layer. When light from a laser is passed through the tank, it clearly bends towards the denser of the two layers. This effect can create a mirage. Normally, the lookouts would see in a straight line, directly to the horizon. But the bending of light means they see around the curvature of the Earth, far beyond the normal horizon. From the lookout's perspective, the image appears to be raised. A false horizon has been created, far higher than normal. On Titanic, the lookouts see a mysterious haze at the horizon. If Tim Moulton's theory is right, it could be the mirage deceiving them.
They were maybe looking 80 miles plus, and that depth of clear air was actually scattering light, and that's the haze they could see.
Without moonlight, the only chance lookouts have of spotting an iceberg would be to see its silhouette against the stars. The mirage has a dangerous effect. With a raised horizon, the iceberg would no longer be silhouetted against the stars, but is lost in the darkness of the elevated sea. The iceberg could have simply disappeared.
You hear about huge destructive storms at sea, but the night the Titanic sank, it was absolutely calm. But these elements coming together meant that it was deadly calm.
This deceptive trick of the weather is easier to see in daylight. In normal conditions, a cargo ship is easily recognized. But in a temperature inversion, things can look very different. A mirage effect distorts the image and creates a towering horizon. Testing showed that the 45,000-ton ship would take half a mile to come to a stop when sailing at full speed. By the time they saw it, the iceberg was less than a quarter mile away.